Prepare to be scared again, my friends. Today's spooky spot. We're going to be continuing more of the Van Helsing Monster Slayer figures. Today we're going to be looking at Van Helsing with a working crossbow. Ooh. Okay, maybe not. It seems to me like it's the same Van Helsing figure. Certainly they might have just changed the coloring a slight bit, but it seems definitely that it's the same Van Helsing figure as the one that was released with the rotating blades and the one that was released with the tower that could go on to Dracula's castle. Package wise, it's the exact same, nothing different. On the back of the package, the other figures in this wave, we've got basic figures, Van Helsing with his crossbow. Much actually, if you notice, the crossbow seems a little smaller than the crossbow that actually comes with this figure. I think actually the Van Helsing figure looks a little more like Hugh Jackman on the back as well. We've got Frankenstein's monster, we've got Dracula with a pygmy bat, and the Wolfman, and of course some deluxe figures along the back as well. So let's get this opened up. We will have ourselves a look at Van Helsing and its working crossbow. Stay tuned, guys. And we have Van Helsing out of package. Let's get a look at the figure. You are not wrong, my friends. This is actually the exact same Van Helsing figure that was released before with the Tojo blades. The Tojo blades. In fact, let me bring him in right now to give you guys a comparison between the two. As you can see, jacket has remained the same, even the same button on the back, which, funny story I will get into in a second, but it is actually the exact same figure. I would almost say the paint is a little nicer on the crossbow Van Helsing versus the Tojo Van Helsing. The one thing, however, the original, or the other Van Helsing that I've reviewed, the one thing he has, though, that sadly this one does not have, is his hat. He does have his hat. So, now speaking of gimmick, this one should actually have the same gimmick. However, due to, I guess, the way this was built, this one actually does not work. You'll remember the review of this guy. He did this. Hey! And it's just a simple case of pressing the button on the back. There we go. This Van Helsing, however, does not do anything. It does not do anything. I don't know, chalk it up to bad production, I don't know. But for some reason this one does not want to do anything. Bit of a shame, really, because I think he's a nicer figure. At least paint job wise, he's a nicer figure. He doesn't certainly want to stand. We're just gonna leave him there for a second. I just want to pull out the hat, which I've bagged away here. Just bring out the hat that the Tojo Van Helsing came with. Shame it's a little, I mean, it's brown, it matches his jacket on this one. If it was black, it'd probably look a lot nicer on this guy. But, let's show you guys the hat. His accessory would be this. A pretty nicely detailed crossbow. Certainly relies on missile firing. You know, press a little button on the back there. This is actually elastic. Well, not quite elastic. I guess it's more like a threading. I thought originally that you could put the threading underneath this pin, so when you press the button, this would actually kind of shoot back. It doesn't really. I can't sandwich it. I can't seem to get it underneath there, so I've just, for the time being, I just put it behind the clip. Just make it look like it's extended out. The missile fires. Boom. I mean, that's all it does. You know, it's to be expected. It's a firing missile feature. Just press that button on the back. It is actually really large though. Look at the size of the handle on it. It does fit in his hand, but I mean, for how small his hand is, you really have to sandwich it in there. Van Helsing apparently needs to talk to the guy making his weapons, because he needs to really shrink down the size of these handles. But there you go. That's basically what you got right there. Yeah, see, it doesn't even really want to hold very well. Guess if you can get it wedged in there, it does look nice. I probably would just leave the missile out. In the way of his articulation, it would be the same as the other one. So he has full rotation in the head. Rotation in the arm. Again, like there's supposed to be this button feature, but it doesn't really do anything. See? It locks. Nothing. So his arm can rotate. You can bend at the elbow. Rotate at the forearm. You can rotate the hand. You can rotate the waist. You bend the leg. Bend the knee. And you can also bend the foot. Of course, very similar to the other Van Helsing figure, he's got this rubbery jacket. Very nice. I think actually this is probably the nicer of the two Van Helsings. If you are looking for a Van Helsing figure, I would first ask you why, but if you are definitely looking for a Van Helsing figure, I would say get the one with the crossbow. Yes, this one has Tojo blades, but this one at least comes with a cool crossbow, and he's got the really nice black attire, which I think looks really nice on him. So I think this one is the nicer to go with. It's a shame he doesn't have a hat, but oh well. Today's spooky spot. Oh, I was about to say toy spot. Today's spooky spot, being that we're still in the month of October, we were looking at Van Helsing with a firing, nicely detailed, a very cool firing crossbow. It's a shame it just doesn't fit in his hand a little bit better, but it's Van Helsing. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more spooky spots to come, and I will see you guys next time. Woo!